Greenville, North Carolina. A lot of softball to be played tonight and tomorrow and the rest of this week, all the way to Sunday. But here is the Little League Softball World Series bracket. Great matchup to kick things off tomorrow on ESPN. North Carolina and Texas. Love that one.
Yeah, Texas won it all last year from Midway Little League over near Waco, Texas. They are the defending champs. They returned 9 of the 12 from their roster that won it all last season, which is unusual. And actually, there are 6 teams making back-to-back appearances that were here last year and made it back. So 6 of the 12 teams were here last year.
Incredible atmosphere over at Stallings Stadium at Elm Street Park. Alicia Ocasio replacing Rachel Garcia. And Ocasio, we talked to her right before the game, actually, about what has worked so well for her as this is hit high into right center field. Rhodes trying to track it and does on the warning track. But Alicia said she's just got her mental toughness back and her confidence and is trusting her arm after dealing with an injury last summer.
Yeah, she even changed her windup. So used to have a really big drop back with her arm that went well back behind her head, and now she just stays out of her glove, and that's because of a shoulder injury, a labrum injury that she's been dealing with. And it's a different look because that was the same windup that she pitched with in college. And if you saw Ocasio have a picture that posted on social media or in a press release, it was always the big windup. And it's even at Rosemont at the stadium, a picture of her. But feeling more confident now with this windup and the work that she put in to try to feel better about the health of her shoulder and come out and be able to perform.
Said it didn't take too long, a couple weeks before she got comfortable with the new windup. Said it was really about finding the same timing that she had within her other. And this is the Alicia Ocasio that we are used to seeing right now, and it goes back to after the shortened AUX season. She went with Puerto Rico, played in 2 events, including the World Cup qualifier in Valencia, Spain, where she was dominant. She was the Group B most outstanding player. A flat 1 ERA. She hit 300 at the plate. I asked her too, I said, hey, if you're captain, are you in the lineup? She said, oh yeah, I'm hitting if I'm captain.
Another two-way player in this game that throws right-handed, she hits left-handed, can play pretty much any position on defense.
This is hit well into left field, and Ortez, a no-doubter, into the trees. Anissa Ortez gets one back for Team Davidson, and it's 3-2. Her first home run of this championship season.
Ball is just flying out of this ballpark. Another pitch left over the heart of the plate. When these pitchers are making pitches, they're getting outs, but a lot of these pitches are mistakes, and the hitters are too good. They are going to make you pay for those mistakes. That is the 4th solo home run in this game.
Off-speed pitch to start off Mia Davidson. Anissa Ortez, somewhat quietly, is just always there. Always playing good defensively. She's a former defensive MVP in the league. Always has a big hit, it seems like. We saw that at AUX a number of times. As Mia Davidson down 0-2 though, Ocasio wastes one there, ball 1.
And that play that Anissa Ortez made at shortstop earlier today too, just spectacular. Have a shortstop like that with that range and arm that can hit home runs like that. You want her on your team.
One of those plays that she makes look so easy and natural, even though it's off balance, it's moving in an awkward direction. You kind of afterward, you're like, is that as good? That was the great play, right? Like, she made that look so easy. There's a number of those in this league defensively. Davidson out in front of that.
Well, and you'll notice that Alicia Ocasio changes speeds basically every pitch. When we were talking to her before the game, we're like, trying to narrow down all the different pitches that she's throwing this season and the speed that she wants to try to throw them at. And actually told us too, we'll work in her fastball to some of these hitters.
Fields her position well, gets Davidson to ground out, and there's 2 outs.
Which I wish that a lot of these Little League pitchers could hear us having this conversation, that the professional player that they're watching right now will mix in a fastball at times, because I think a lot of them think, oh, I'm 12, 13 years old, I'm too good to throw a fastball in games, and that's not it. We hear it at the collegiate level, the professional level, that these athletes will still at times use their fastball, and just the overall importance of throwing a fastball. Even when she was warming up, she said, that's what gets me making sure that I'm right.
Just the one mistake to Anissa Ortez here in relief of Rachel Garcia. 4 home runs now, all of them solo shots.
Yeah, today is not the day to give up free passes with the way that the ball is going to be flying. Somehow Rachel Garcia skirted by without giving up a home run and had 4 free passes between hit by pitches and walks, and only gave up 1 run in her outing.
Just 200 down the lines here at East Carolina University. It's an outstanding facility. But I will say, I don't know that anything that's left the yard tonight wouldn't have in Rosemont, except for the wind that we've seen in Rosemont recently that has seemed like it's been blowing in all season so far. Wiggins underneath it and out of play. There it is, yep, the mad dash.
Look how happy!
She's frozen. And now she'll have to get that signed after this game. Into left field, long run for Lorenz, who makes the catch for out number 3.
Team Davidson able to get one back and answer with their own solo home run. They gave up 2 solo shots in the top of the inning, and then Anissa Ortez answers back with 1. They're down 3-2. Or what gave Team Romero the lead back in the top of the 5th.
For every run scored during this year's Athletes Unlimited softball season, Aspiration committed to planting 10 trees. 840 were committed entering this week thanks to Aspiration's support. You feeling good with Jesse Warren in the 8th hole in your lineup? If
Yeah,
you're
seriously. You're feeling really good about that. So many good hitters in this league.
4, 5, 6 coming up for Team Romero, and Taylor Edwards well placed into right field in front of Erica Piancastelli. Well, let's go down to Savannah Collins with a special guest.
Thanks, Chucky. I'm joined by Mark Phillips. He's with the Greenville Organizing Committee. This is the 3rd year for the Little League Softball World Series in Greenville. How big has this event been for the city?
Oh, it's a phenomenal event. You know, we started this thing during the height of COVID of 2020, of course, and all good plans were like put to rest. But, you know, 3 years later, we've learned from what we've done over the past few years, and it's a phenomenal just opportunity for the city of Greenville. Not only for just the city of Greenville, but really for North Carolina and beyond, because we've had visitors really traveling in, and we've even seen more visitors traveling this year, Savannah, so it's a really great opportunity for us.
As you see people from coming all over, can you take us a little bit behind the scenes, how this community rallies together to make this event what it is?
Yeah, and that's what makes it so fun. I would often say Greenville, North Carolina is big enough but small enough, and I think that's the right balance. I mean, look, we've got Little League International as a great partner. We've got, obviously, East Carolina University, where we're here today, and also just the city of Greenville in itself. It takes those combination. It takes all the volunteers to pull this thing off. It takes what I call a village to make this thing happen. And everybody just behind it, they back us. And what a great ad this year with the Athletes Unlimited event. And look, I mean, if you look around it's pretty amazing what you see these young ladies really being experienced with these players.
For all these little leaguers, some from North Carolina, some traveling from other countries, what's the one thing that you hope that they walk away with from this experience?
Well, I think that's what we all strive for every day. We want them to walk away and look back 15 years, 20 years from now and say, that's the best event and the best experience I've ever gained. So, I mean, look at what we're doing. I mean, you see the Philippine team coming from over 9,000 miles away. And you see the Filipino community just coming out to rally them because, look, their parents couldn't make it. So it's awesome just to look around to see what their experiences are, look at how they interacted with the professional players yesterday. That's the experience we want them to gain.
Well, thank you, Mark, for joining me, and thank you for all you do for Greenville and making the Little League Softball World Series happen. Appreciate it. Chucky, back to you.
This is the third double play for Team Davidson in this game. All have come in a different way. That time, the 4-6-3, but we've seen an out at home and then another runner get doubled off at first.
First pitch swinging for Garcia. Masson takes care of it. The unconventional 1-2-3 inning for her. On to the bottom of the sixth we go. Just a one-run game here in Greenville.
To come here and play in the Little League World Series, for Puerto Rico to be able to be represented, the island, a huge opportunity for them to come here, but also a great experience for me to be able to watch them and see them and give back, be able to meet them and know that they can also be in Athletes Unlimited and in pro softball.
Yo soy boricua! Yo soy boricua! Yo soy boricua!
I just told them to have fun. This is a great experience for them to be here with their teammates, to embrace it. Told them good luck and told them to keep going, to keep working hard, and one day they'll be in an Athletes Unlimited uniform.
Wow, what an incredible moment for that Puerto Rican team to be able to interact with Alicia Ocasio, who just dominated the WVSC World Cup qualifiers with Puerto Rico.
Well, and the head coach of the Puerto Rican Little League team, Carlos Leon Subranes, is an assistant coach with the Puerto Rican national team with Alicia Ocasio. So there's a connection there. They've been around each other, and busy summer for Alicia Ocasio. She went to play in El Salvador with Team Puerto Rico as well as Valencia, Spain.
Ocasio back out there. And Fisher, line shot, stabbed by Romero over at second.
People are just getting robbed left and right in this game today. A lot of double plays turned, a lot of hard hit balls that have been right at these infielders. Watch the stretch. Sierra Romero times that perfectly. Sam Fisher wanted a hit and Sierra said nope.
Erica Piancastelli. Savannah's actually down there by the Puerto Rico team in the stands.
Think about your favorite athlete when you were about 12 years old. Well, this group of athletes from Team Puerto Rico got to meet theirs yesterday with Alicia Ocasio, and they have been loud in this game. That cheer that you just heard now is the one that they've been doing all game. So I'm going to get it started with them. They helped me out to learn it. Are you all ready? So, yo soy boricua! Yo soy boricua!
They are still in awe of Alicia Ocasio, but the Italian team probably celebrating right now. Erica Piancastelli with a solo home run to tie this game up in the sixth.
Yeah, they're probably going to start doing their own cheer back to Team Puerto Rico. You had Puerto Rican in the circle, an Italian at the plate. Another solo home run in this game. Erica Piancastelli is able to stay in her legs on an off-speed pitch. Keep her barrel through the zone. A powerful line drive over the left center field wall and another one.
And now Nadia Taylor, and they go back to back. Flipping the script on Team Romero. Team Davidson leads thanks to the veteran out of Texas, Nadia Taylor. Her first home run of the season.
This is turning into like a home run derby. 6 home run in this game. And the craziest part about all of them is that they have been solo shots. Nadia Taylor likes a pitch early in the count. It was a towering fly ball. A lot of these have been line drive home runs, not this one. The highest hit fly ball or home run that we have seen in this game. Back-to-back home runs for Team Davidson, answering back to a back-to-back home run that Team Romero had earlier in this game.
Hugs all around for Nadia Taylor and the Team Davidson dugout. What a turn this is. Bianca Stelli and then Taylor. And now a pitching change for Team Romero. Sydney Littlejohn Watkins out of the University of Alabama. And the curveball, which you had to teach her, right, when you were coaching her up?
I did not teach Sydney Littlejohn Watkins this curveball. That is all her hard work, and the way too that the way her body moves. A nasty curveball. She is by far a curveball specialist.
Let's go down to Savannah. She's staying busy. More home run hitters with her.
Thanks, Chucky. We're going back-to-back all day today. How huge was this to answer back for Team Orange?
It was awesome. You know, like the belief from day one has been amazing, and I just really want to do it for every single girl on this team.
To be able to answer back like that in this game, to stay in this fight, Stelly, what has it taken for this team to stay locked in this way?
Just belief. I mean, everyone believes in each other, and I think from the first inning, we had no doubt that we were going to come out and play, and just had to wait on our inning right there, and it took us a little bit, but we're back, and we squared the ball pretty well and had really good at-bats.
It's been a quick turnaround, the travel, getting here, getting settled in. What has it taken for this team to come together? What has been important for creating that chemistry?
Honestly, Mia Davidson has been great, and yeah, you know, we've worked out together, we've, you know, had team breakfast, and it's just been a complete team cohesive day. Like, everything's been cohesive.
You know, Mia's pretty humble when you ask her about her game, so I'm going to let you all have the opportunity to just give her some praises as a captain. How has she brought y'all together, and what is she like in that role?
Bro, she's amazing. She's just so chill, and she just believes in us. And there's, like, you just look in her eyes, there's no doubt. And from 1 through 9 on the lineup, she believes in every single one of us, and she just brings this trust on the field that we can just play loose and be ourselves, and I think it's the best feeling.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.
We heard that from Mia Davidson when we had her mic'd up earlier in this game. And I think what's also interesting, these captains change every week based on who the top 4 on the leaderboard are, but there is a respect for the captain. I mean, it could be anybody any given week, but once you know who those captains are and you get drafted, I think there's a natural respect these athletes have for that position.
Yeah, they do. I think it's just part of being a team and respecting your leader, and also too, you're like, well, this person picked me for a reason to be on this team, so I'm gonna go all in for them.
Some similar things there from Nadia Taylor and Erica Piancastelli about Mia Davidson that we heard from Jessie Warren and Alicia Ocasio on Sierra Romero as a captain. Just great communicators. Really tried to put their teams in the best possible places to succeed and where these athletes are comfortable. As Sydney Littlejohn Watkins comes in and gets the first out that she faces. It's a strikeout, second out of the inning. Down at the bottom of the order, and Jasmine Jackson putting it on the ground. Piper goes back over to first and steps on it just ahead of Jazz. And we have a new leader in this game. Team Davidson on the board big time this inning.
How many solo home runs are we going to have in this game? Right now, we have 6. And at 2 different times in this game, there have been back-to-back solo shots. This time, Team Davidson answers with Bianca Stelli and Nadia Taylor.
2 runs on 2 solo shots, 10-inning win points for Team Davidson, and they lead Team Romero. 3 chances left. Erica Pianca.